Watch out, bears. The bulls are back in town and they may be looking to buy in May and send you away. This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so in yesterday's video, we talked about the fact that we'd be looking for a spike down to complete wave 3 of 5, a move higher to complete wave 4 of 5, and then a final move lower in wave 5 of 5 to complete the overall correction. And that may be just what we saw yesterday. The bulls stepped in at the 40.56 level and drove the market up over 100 points in an impulsive fashion, breaking through many key levels. There's an old adage that says, sell in May and go away. However, with April normally being a bullish month and getting absolutely murdered, May might just be the time the bulls step in and send the bears away. I'll get into all that in just 1 second. But first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so with the move higher today, there are a couple question marks about what the bulls are doing here, but it does look impulsive, and it does look like we could start this reversal. So let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute futures chart for the S&P 500, and we're going to go over a few things. We're zoomed in here because a lot of the information you need to know is in these smaller candles, so you can see it a little better because the hour candles kind of mask it a little bit. So we're zoomed in here so you can kind of understand the big picture a little better, which is, I know, a little bit of an oxymoron to zoom in to see the big picture, but that's what we're doing here. So let's talk about first the negatives of this being a bottom, and then we'll talk about the positives of it being a bottom. So the first thing is the absolute low down here, the 5-minute candle on the absolute low did not have great volume on it. Okay, so usually when you see a low and a strong reversal, you see a lot of volume on that candle, and we did not get that. However, on the hour chart, this hourly candle, okay, it had tremendous volume. Only 2 candles in the past few weeks had more volume, and those were both 3 of 3 down, which you would expect to be very strong, very powerful, high volume candles because they move the market so far so fast because wave 3s are the most powerful waves. So this hourly candle looks great, but the 5-minute candle not as good for the volume on the bottom. The second thing is off of this high here that we could count as wave 4. Let's move this over where it should be. Okay, this counts best as a 3-wave move down. You could argue that you have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this spike down is 5. It doesn't count that great. I think it counts best as a 3-wave move down. And you would typically want to see a clean 5-wave move down into the bottom. However, wave 5s do shorten quite a bit at this point, especially if you get a big move down like we've gotten. So it is possible that this is the move down. And then the final thing is in Elliott Wave Theory, okay, when wave 3s miss their target, and this wave 3 should have hit the 1618 fib, which is down here at 40.56. When it misses its target, you can get an expanded B wave that goes and gets that target to fulfill it and make that area, to make that target hit. So what you get is you get this A wave up, then you get an expanded B wave that goes lower than the wave 3 here down and gets the wave 3 target at the 1618, which again was that 40.56, which we see. And then this can be an impulsive C wave up, okay, in wave 4. So this wave 4 here would move over to the top of this wave up, all right, and then you would see wave 5 down to complete this low lower than this low is here. So those are the negatives of this being the bottom, all right? Low volume on the candle. This counts best as 3 waves down, and also in Elliott Wave, when wave 3s miss their target, you can see an expanded B wave down to get that target. So we've got to keep an eye on this. There's still a lot of work for the bulls to do, but this is a great start to a reversal here. So let's talk about the positives for the bulls and how this can be a bottom. So first, as I said, that hourly candle, tremendous volume on it, which is what you want to see. You want to see the buyers coming in force to drive price up and drive it up very strongly. You want to see a very strong reversal, and that's exactly what we got here, and we got it with volume. The second thing you want to see is a 5-wave structure. We definitely have that. It's a very nice one. You got 1, 2, 3 up here, and then 4 and 5. And this may not be done. This is just where the high is right now. So we have that as wave 5. So you have your impulsive structure up. That's good. Okay. Also, they have pushed over the 50% fib. That's really good because we know that when the 50% fib can't hold, okay, then very often wave fours fail. So they didn't push it a ton over the 50% fib, but they did push it past it. And when that happens, we can look for wave fours to fail in that regard and not get the move down to make a lower low at that point. So in other words, guys, wave fours should target the 382 retrace up to the 50% retrace. And when they push through the 50% retrace, that means it's less likely for it to be wave four because it's getting too big at that point. So they do have that going for them. And then the other thing they did, I told my trading group today, you have this supply area right here, this yellow box. You can see they came down here and kind of bottomed, and then they kind of chopped up around through this box. And then they got price action down out of the box. So they forced price down. Okay, so they consolidated here and then forced price down. The bulls came back up and tested this box, poked through it, but couldn't break out. And then you saw a big move down here. So again, saying that this area is a selling area and the bulls need to push through it. And they did push through it today as well. So here in the overnights, they've pushed through this supply area. They have pushed through the 50% fib, and they have a 5-wave structure off the low that looks really nice. So a lot of things going for the bulls. Just a few question marks down here on the low as to whether this is really the start of the reversal or it's going to be wave 4. And then we get wave 5 down, okay? And from there, start the reversal. So how can we figure out which is which? Well, from here, wherever it tops, it can still push higher. Wherever it decides to top and we start a pullback, that's going to be what tells us where we're at. So a 3-wave pullback, a corrective pullback, is what we'd be looking for off the high here. And we'd be looking for it to hit this 41.16 down to as low as 40.85 area. And as long as the bulls can hold over 40.85 and then come back and take out this high, that's a pretty good sign for the bulls that they are on their way up and out of here, and this could be our bottom. Now, if you've followed this channel for a while, you know I don't call bottoms because I like to see confirmation, and my confirmation is we get a full 5-wave structure up, okay? And what I mean by that is this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, which creates a 1 here, and I want that 5-wave structure. So I want this 1, a pull back in 2, a move up in 3, pull back in 4, and then a move up in 5. And then from there, I want to see a wave 2 pullback, and then a move up that takes out that high. And then I will be very on board with this bottom being in and us moving higher. And you may think that that's a lot to ask of the market to prove a bottom, but if you just followed us up in that B wave we were just in to 46.31, you'll know I did not call the bottom at all because I wanted to see if we came back and held the pivot and moved higher. And we did not do that. The pivot failed, and here we are back at the lows. So that's why I don't call bottoms right away, but I do look at what constitutes a reversal and where we're at, and that's kind of what we're looking at right now. So again, here's how we know the difference. A pullback that holds 40.85 then comes back and takes out this high is an extremely strong sign for the bulls that we are trying to reverse this and get a 5-wave move up and start the next rally towards that 5,500 area. So a lot of things fit for the bulls. The target area, the 40-60 area is a good target. The volume on the hour, the push through the 50%, the push through the supply area, 5-wave structure, a lot of good things for the bulls, just a few question marks. So we're looking for the pullback to give us more answers there. All right. So over on the NASDAQ, we have a very similar setup as we do on the S&P 500, only the NASDAQ looks a little better. So a couple of things about the NASDAQ. It has pushed well past the 50% retrace up to the 618 retrace, which is a really good sign for the bulls here. They are just a smidge away from hitting this wave 1 area, which would invalidate the move down and give us another indicator that we're moving higher. So the NASDAQ is actually a little stronger than the ES and has been ahead of the ES most of the game here on the move down and now on the move up. So if the NASDAQ can push just a little higher tonight, they will get into wave 1 territory and invalidate, and that would be a pretty strong sign for a move up as well. But overall, we still need to see the pullback hold, and our pullback targets on the NASDAQ would be the 12,938 region down to the 12,817 region. As long as they can hold 12,817 and reverse it and take out wherever this tops, okay, then it's a pretty strong sign that we're on our way in this reversal and looking to build a 5-wave, bigger 5-wave structure up on the NASDAQ as well. So the bulls have the ball. They are in control right now, and they get to decide what happens. The question is, can they hold support and then take this market higher? Guys, if you like the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. It will take you right over to the website, and once you get there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because we want you to get in there, try it out, make sure you love it, and become part of our trading family before you ever spend a penny. Okay, in our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get my real-time market updates. You get all of my buy and sell alerts, as well as all of your Elliott Wave questions answered. We do trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade them. And those trades last anywhere from a few days to a few months. So we don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In his room, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room. You also get day trading, individual stocks, and PT's reduced risk binary method that absolutely crushes the market. You have to see it to see how powerful it is and how well he uses it for risk reversal trades. And that's why we give you that 7-day free trial to come in there and check it out. He's also put together a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, and he is trading mini ES futures to show you how to build a small account into a large savings or retirement account. He averages 3 to 4% gains per week in there. So if you're trying to build up an account, he's in there giving you all the tools and tips to do that. Okay, guys, so come on over. We would love to have you make some money together. All right, guys, key takeaways for today. We're looking for the bulls to top, and they're kind of pulling back here, so maybe they have. And then once they pull back, we're looking for a corrective structure that can hold 40.84 or higher, and then come back with another impulsive wave and take out the high. All right, same thing on the NASDAQ. We're looking for a pullback. That pullback needs to hold 12,817.50 and then push higher and take out the high in an impulsive fashion. And then we are well on our way to reversing this market and heading back towards that all-time high area. All right, guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.